Hello everyone and welcome to Crypto News, the Crypto News channel. Today we're going to talk about politics and crypto with a call for a ban on cryptos in the US. We'll too talk about one of the biggest frauds in the history of crypto. We will also talk about Nigeria and many other subjects. So do not hesitate to subscribe, activate the bell to not miss any video on the latest crypto news. At cryptocurrency price level is quite stable today. Bitcoin slightly up when I shoot the video. We are in a market as a whole which is more than 0.24%. There is a cryptocurrency which is quite a bit down in the last 24 hours. This is Argentina's FAN token. Strangely, he made almost minus 50%, so for those who don't follow yesterday, it was the World Cup final. It was really an incredible match and Argentina won. And strangely, the FAN token of Argentina went down drastically. That's typically what you mean with the lease by the rumor and sell the news. Buy the rumor and sell the news. That's exactly what we had, the victory of Argentina, and suddenly everyone world sold FAN token. What caused Argentina FAN token to fall in 24 hours? Now let's talk directly about the big topic I wanted to talk to you about with the United States, with a call for a crypto ban, and that we come from who? This actually comes to us from Senator Sherrod Brown. He's the head of the committee of the Senate Banking Committee, and he just gave an interview. I show it to you here. He actually calls potentially for the ban to the fact that the CFTC and the SEC, the authorities who regulate all this, he potentially says that we have to go as far as banning these cryptocurrencies. But then he catches up by saying, it's going to be difficult, we're going to say, to go as far as to this ban because crypto companies simply risk going abroad, not staying in the United States. And moreover, FTX is reminded that they had a branch in the United States, but they also had a branch that was overseas, FTX.com, that was based in the Bahamas. So really, if they do a complete ban, it's just gonna cause the whole crypto industry to leave the United States. And that's not dramatic for other countries either, because there are plenty other countries that do not ban cryptocurrencies. The disaster scenario, which I think will never happen, it is the synchronized global ban of all the countries of the earth. To say we ban all cryptocurrencies. I absolutely don't believe in it. There will always be countries that won't do that. And suddenly the crypto industries will go to these countries and the exchanges will be based in these countries. We will now talk about Gate.io. It's an exchange which has had deposit and withdrawal problems. In fact, there has been a slowdown in deposits and withdrawals. In recent hours, the situation has returned to normal there. And why I am talking about it, because yesterday also we had seen problems on OX withdrawals. It has been resolved. OKX had problems with Alibaba, their cloud providers. Gate.io also a priori with their cloud providers. Finally, it's resolved, but here people still panicked a little. Gate.io there had things not very nets also that had been circulating with the millions of dollars that were received from Crypto.com a priori by mistake, and that were returned to Crypto.com. People said to themselves, is Gate.io in the process of manipulate these audit reports? A priori nonce was not the case, but hey, people are still very careful around the exchanges. I have already said it, and I will repeat it. The exchanges you use to buy and sell cryptocurrencies, otherwise the storage is not made for exchanges. In some cases, if you are using certain trading or other services or even staking. Yes, there are exchanges, but it's really not me what I recommend for the majority of your savings. On crypto, for me, there are other secure ways to store them. If you want a dedicated video on the subject to know how to secure your cryptos, write it to me in the comments. We will now talk about fraud, and one of the biggest faults of the history of cryptocurrencies. It's OneCoin. It's something that had circulated a lot a few years ago. It was just a pure scam, a Ponzi. Yes, he really wanted to be the Bitcoin killer, so it was nothing at all. He took investors' money and money disappeared. There was the co-founder who disappeared. We don't know where is she. It's Ruga Igmatova, we also call her Crypto Queen. We don't know where is she. The co-founder, he was arrested in Thailand a while ago. He was extradited to the United States, and there he just pleaded guilty to sort of electronic fraud. A bit the same charges as SBF, and would have cleared them where they would have done things on $4 billion. They would have taken $4 billion from investors. That would be the total volume. So $4 billion, I want to say that's below FTX's debt. So that's already, I'm going to say, interesting to follow what will happen with this case. Here it is, the first step of the arrest of the co-founder. Crypto Queen, it's still not where is she. She is in the list of people to the most wanted of the FBI, and for the moment here we do not know. She is with hundreds of millions of dollars in crypto, potentially billions. It's all kept in crypto. It's taken value from it since. Here I now wanted to talk about some of the good news we'll say around Nigeria, which could soon recognize cryptocurrencies. While it has been banned for a while, he had passed a law to completely ban crypto there. They are going to pass on something that should be positive vis-a-vis cryptocurrency. We are at the very beginning the law which has not yet been passed. That is fine, just then allow the SEC of Nigeria to recognize its cryptocurrencies as investments, like other types of investments when it has been prohibited for some time. So here is hoping that there are more and more countries which remove the ban on crypto. There are plenty of countries where it's still banned. It's not the case in Europe finally to my knowledge, but there are plenty of other countries where it's banned. People are afraid we'll say cryptocurrencies that may be on the fact that it can be used to circumvent the monetary restrictions that are in place in these countries. So really there are a lot of fears around that, but I think it will evolve. Things are changing little by little. Information not necessarily directly related to cryptocurrencies, but no longer on Twitter. They have just changed their rules, and in fact we can no longer say on Twitter, go follow me on Instagram, go follow me on such other networks on Facebook or other. They want more than we advertise social networks that are competitors of Twitter on Twitter. So even the links in the bio, if you have the links in the bio, even that, it's going to be completely banned, and people are really saying it's not normal. Where is the freedom of expression? And it's a shame, but then we also remember there are plenty of social networks decentralization which are being created. Juggernaut has already been launched. We even have a network, Social Crypto to Lens Protocol, which was launched. But well, we are at the very beginning. We can go to lots of alternatives, but I think that Twitter is not really going to be dethroned overnight. I now wanted to talk to you about Scam Crypto. We had a report from Solidus on the subject, which is very interesting. This report tells us that there are more than 350 crypto scams that are created every day. Token scams, basically tokens that are pure scams that are launched on the various blockchains. This report is very interesting. It already reveals to us that 8% of the tokens on the Ethereum network are scams and are rug pull. And on the BNB chain it is 12%, and every hour there are 15 new scams that are created every hour. What is also interesting is the quantity of these scams. It has really increased compared to last year. We were at 83,000 tokens deployed which were scams in 2021, and in 2022 117,000. In 2020 it was negligent, but I think it was not all the data. I think there was already a lot of it. What we can also see is the number of users who have been affected by these scams. We have more than 2 million users, which represents more than other bankruptcies of this type. Like Celsius, which a priori had 600,000 people, FTX we don't have the exact figure, but we know that it's more than 1 million. So it's still something that is very important and very present in the world of crypto. And that's why we say you have to be very careful when you receive tokens. You don't know what it is, and we ask you to approve the token in question to carry out a transaction. Generally it's scams. And then the report gives us the list of the types of scam that exist. We have the hard rug pulls and the soft rug pull. The hard rug pull C is when there really is a flaw, or rather it has been coded into the smart contract as something malicious. And soft rug pulls, it's more projects that will not keep their promises, oversell their roadmap for in the end nothing to deliver, and completely abandon the project after taking users' money. The report it focuses more about hard rug pull, because that's what Solidus manages to detect with their code detection tool. There are several honeypots. Honeypots are when you can no longer sell the token after having it bought. The mint honeypots is when the developer has the ability to generate as many tokens as he wants and suddenly he can generate money for him. Then the belly. There are the fake ownership. Renunciation is when the creators of the token pretend that they have given up very important rights on the token and in fact they have not given it up at all, and which then allows them to come and carry out malicious operations. We also have those who can modify the balance, how much each user simply has tokens. He can directly modify it very simply. We have hidden costs, so for example you can generate 100% costs and suddenly each time you transfer this token, the developer will recover all of them. Lots of other topics really about token scams, so you have to be careful. The last two we will go through them quickly. This is what actually allows the user, the developer, to set a maximum of these transactions of this token to 0, so it means in fact you will no longer be able to transfer this token because in the smart contract, cons cannot transfer tokens if it is more than 0. And hidden transfers, so it allows the developer to be able to transfer simply money from the wallets of other users. Because in fact you have to know, I have already said, but when you have tokens, ERC20 tokens or other equivalents on BNB chain, It is not really CH-DARES that belong to you and that are stored on your wallet. In fact, all that is in the end, it is in a smart contract. And what has been recorded in this smart contract is such person to such token. You have keys that then give you rights to the smart contract in question. It's the smart contract that stores how much money to such a person. Suddenly the developers, if they do something malicious, they can really do everything and modify everything. And you steal all your crypto, in any case the crypto of this token in question. Then there are other types of scams or asks you to authorize with your wallet's things. And you can authorize the various developers to manipulate all of your tokens. So that too you have to be vigilant on it. For the report in question, I will put you in the description if you want to analyze it in detail. It is very interesting. I will tell you so. See you tomorrow. For the rest, I hope the content you liked it, and please like the video and subscribe to the channel.